How do I talk to my teenager? I'm Pete, I'm a counsellor. I do a lot of work with parents, and that's a question that I get asked a lot of the time. So today, while I finish cleaning my kitchen, I want to have a chat about that topic and give you 3 tips that can help you to open up conversations and talk to your teenager better. All right, so the first tip I've got for you is we often, as parents, we often try to problem solve and fix our kids' issues. So if they're telling us about a problem, we tell them how to fix it. If they're telling us about their feelings, we tell them how to stop feeling that way, that kind of thing. So we're often trying to tell them how to fix it and how to solve their problems. So my first tip is to cut down on that. Stop doing that whenever you can. Main reason is that we actually want them to learn how to solve their problems as well. The second, actually probably maybe even a bigger reason is that it doesn't feel nice. So it doesn't feel nice for them. It doesn't feel nice for us either. So for an example, if I'm talking to somebody about an issue that I'm having or a problem, and they just tell me how to fix it, it dismisses what I'm trying to say. It's like a brush off. It's trying to brush me off. I don't get the chance to actually talk about what's going on for me. So with your kids, talk to them, listen to them. Don't try to problem solve or fix it or tell them what to do about their problems until they ask you. So when they say, "What do you think I should do?" or "Have you got any ideas?" that's when you can tell them what you think about problem solving or fixing the issue. You can say to them, "Got a couple ideas, let me know if you want me to share them." That's okay, you can say that, but then don't share them unless they say yes. And also when you do share your ideas, leave it up to them to decide if they like or don't like those ideas. So, leave it up to them. Don't get angry if they don't use your ideas and if they don't solve their problem in your way. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is kids will often come to us and try and talk to us, try and open up a conversation with us, but we're busy, so we brush them off. So, for example, I might be cooking dinner and one of my kids might come and say, "Dad, my brother's annoying me again." I'll brush it off and say, "I'm busy, I'm cooking dinner, go talk to your mum," that kind of thing. And I've missed a real opportunity to stop and have a conversation. So, whenever possible, you can't do this all the time, but whenever possible, when your kid wants to talk to you about something and they come to you to show you something on YouTube, or they want to talk to you about a game they're playing or talk to you about anything, try and stop what you're doing and actually engage with them and talk to them. It's a golden opportunity that we often miss. So that's an easy one. Third tip is a little bit harder and a little bit more complicated. So when we talk to our kids, we often try to talk to them about our concerns and what we're thinking. So I might be wondering what's happening might be wondering what's going on at school for my son, or I might be concerned about his homework or his assignments. Might be wondering what's going on with his mates, that kind of thing. So I'll ask questions about that. The problem is that our kids, so they've got something going on in their mind that they're thinking about, could be anything. We've got something going on in our minds, and we try and force them to come over and talk to us about what's going on for us or our concerns. Instead of doing that, tap into their thoughts and figure out what's going on for them and invite them to talk about what's happening for them. So these are really simple questions, but what's happening for you? What's happening at the moment? What's happening for you, mate? What are you thinking? How are you feeling at the moment? What are you feeling at the moment? Questions like that. Anything where you're just asking them what they're thinking or what they're feeling or what's happening for them right now gives them an opportunity to talk about what's happening in their mind and for them rather than what's happening for us. Okay? So ask questions about right now for them. They'll take that either two ways. One is they won't, sometimes they will open up. Sometimes they'll answer the question and say, oh, I'm just thinking of, like, take my son, for example, gets home from school. He might say, oh, I'm just thinking about getting online and talking to my mates and playing a game with them. When he answers the question, first of all, it's a win because he's answered the question. Second of all, I want to try and dig a little deeper and get the conversation going to a slightly deeper level. So I'll pick up on a word, one or two words that he's used, and ask a question about that. So he said, I want to get online, chat to my friends, play a game with them. I might say, oh, mate, what game do you want to play? What game are you playing with them? Or I might say, who are the friends that you hang out with online? Those kind of things, asking a little bit deeper. So he answers the question, I'll do it again. I'll ask a deeper question. So he might say, oh, these are the friends I'm hanging out with. They said they'll meet up online. And I'll go, oh, yeah, where do you know them from? Who are they? What are they like in real life? They're from school. Okay, so tell me about them. That kind of thing. So I'm just asking questions at a deeper and deeper level. So take that as far as you can. If I get him talking about his game or something that he's really excited about, he'll be off. He'll just start telling me about it. Once you get to that point, if you open up a topic that your kids are actually really passionate about, they'll just talk to you and they'll be so excited that you're listening to them. And that is awesome when you get there. Let's take it back a step. When you ask them a question about what's happening for them right now, what's happening, mate? What are you thinking? What's going through your mind? Those questions. Sometimes they will not answer you and you'll get a grunt, or they'll ignore you, or they'll say, I don't want to talk right now. That's okay. There's a different opportunity that you now have. And the other opportunity is for you to role model some conversational skills and actually show them how to talk and how to answer these questions. So instead of pressuring them to try and answer that question, now you can answer the question for yourself. So, for example, I might say to my son, how are you going at the moment? And he might go, oh, I'm fine, don't want to talk. And I'll go, so then the opportunity I have is that I can answer the question for myself. And I can say, oh, well, I'm going pretty good. Just finished cleaning the kitchen and I was thinking about putting something on TV. So I can just basically just share what's going on for me, what I'm thinking about. And it's good because it gives him an opportunity then it takes the spotlight off him. So instead of pressuring him to answer my question, I'm now talking. That takes the pressure off him, and that might actually, is my dishwasher running? That might actually help him to open up a bit more, or not, and that's okay. But it does role model for him how to open up, how to have conversational skills. So next time I ask a question like that, he might be more willing to answer. So that is 3 tips for you. Number 1, stop trying to fix their problems and problem solve until they ask you for that help. Number 2, whenever they try and engage with you and open up a conversation with you, even if you're busy, try whenever you can to stop what you're doing and actually talk to them and have a conversation with them. Number 3, try to talk less about your own concerns and what's happening for you, and instead try and get them to talk about what's happening for them and ask questions about what's happening for them right now. I hope that helps. Catch you later.